Every skin needs a moisturizer, especially during the winter. How do you know you're using the right one? Well, today I'm going to share with you my recommended drugstore moisturizers based on skin type, and they're all under $35. Hi, my name is Dr. Jenny Liu. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy learning more about drugstore product recommendations, I would love it if you can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Now, moisturizers are so important in keeping our skin barrier healthy. And it's one of those essential components, the basics of skincare, aside from cleansing and sun protection. And I feel like alongside sunscreen, it's one of those non-negotiable things that we should absolutely be doing to our skin every single day, regardless of our age and our skincare goals. If you're not moisturizing our skin on a regular basis, it doesn't really matter what other products or ingredients we incorporate into our routine. We're not going to be able to maximize our results and achieve our skincare goals if our skin barrier is not healthy in the first place. Now, when it comes to picking moisturizers, here I do think having a good understanding of your skin type can really effectively guide you in picking the right moisturizer. That way your skin feels supported, as well as at the same time applying something that feels nice on your skin that's cosmetically elegant. For example, if you have more oily combination skin, finding a product that's going to keep your skin hydrated, that's lightweight, fast absorbing without feeling heavy or looking shiny and greasy. And then conversely, if you have dry skin, you may want something that's a little bit more rich and nourishing that's going to keep your skin feeling more smooth, less dry and tight, providing that support your skin needs. And then also, I do feel like moisturizers is a category that we should be changing depending on the season. Just like we don't wear the same clothes all year round, you may want to consider changing up the formula of the moisturizer depending on where you live and the season that you're in, so that way your skin feels best supported in the environment that it's in. Now, having said that, it is winter here, and I do feel like unless you live in a hot and humid environment all year round, it does make sense to be a little bit more mindful of the formula that you pick for winter to better support your skin, especially since it tends to be more dry and cold in the winter time. Now, when we talk about moisturizer, especially what makes an effective moisturizer, it really includes three key components, and those are occlusive, emollients, and humectants. Those are the categories of ingredients that a moisturizer will have to really optimize its ability to hydrate and moisturize the skin, keeping the skin barrier healthy, hydrated, and at the same time soften the skin and reduce transepidermal water loss. Now, with the understanding, my recommendation for picking the type of formula based on skin type is the following. For oily and combination skin, I recommend going with a gel cream or oil-free lotions. These all tend to be lightweight, fast absorbing, and especially gel creams that have a higher water content is going to provide hydration. So reduce that dehydration component while keeping your skin happy, while leaving minimal residue so your skin is not going to look shiny or feel heavy and greasy. And similarly with oil-free lotions. If you have more dry skin, definitely going with the cream is going to be better suited because creams tend to have more lipid content, more occlusive. So in addition to providing that hydration, it's going to work better at reducing transepidermal water loss, which we tend to see in dry skin. All right, now let's get into my product recommendations. I'm going to go from the lightest consistency to the heaviest, and I definitely feel like there's something for everyone. And I'll try to highlight what I think is best for either morning or evening use, and also depending on the skin type that it's best suited for. So let's get started. So starting off with gel creams and lotions. The first one is from Neutrogena Hydro Boost, which is one of my favorite lines from them. And it's the water cream that retails for $20. First of all, this moisturizer is fragrance free. So great to use on everyone, even if you have sensitive skin. It contains a wonderful blend of ingredients, including hyaluronic acid, ceramides, natural moisturizing factors, and amino acids that really helps to plump and hydrate the skin and keep your skin hydrated throughout the day. With the water cream texture, it's lightweight and fast absorbing. And with that, I think it's definitely better suited for the wintertime for those with more oily and combination skin. It's also non-comedogenic, so definitely suitable for acne-prone skin as well. If you're more like me, that's on the drier side or live in somewhere that's super dry and cold, I think you could definitely try this out for the morning For me personally, in the evening, I like something a little bit more creamy, more nourishing. But definitely this formula I loved using in the summertime as my morning and evening moisturizer. So it really just depends. Another lovely gel cream formula is from Naturium. Their niacinamide 5% gel cream that also retails for $20. I also love this formula because it's a lightweight, fast absorbing, great at keeping the skin hydrated and plump. And the ingredients are wonderful because, first of all, it contains an effective 5% concentration of niacinamide, along with a coconut juice and plant-derived polysaccharides that helps to hydrate and plump the skin. And with that 5% niacinamide, it's really ideal to control sebum, help to improve uneven skin texture and skin tone. So again, great for those with more oily and combination skin. I personally use this one throughout the summer and actually brought it with me to Singapore this past summer during the World Dermatology Congress, and it was hot and humid, and this was the moisturizer I used for morning and evening and really loved it. Loved the way it felt on my skin and how nicely it layered under sunscreen. A more affordable gel cream option is from the Inky, their Omega Water Cream that retails for $11 that contains a blend of ceramide complex, glycerin, along with again 5% niacinamide and the gel cream texture that again is very fast absorbing and lightweight that helps to smooth the skin, improve complexion, control sebum. So just another option to give you guys that is more affordable, under $20. Now, lightweight lotions can be another great option for those with oily and combination skin to use morning and night, especially in the evening when we tend to all experience more transepidermal water loss. And if you feel that water creams or gel creams aren't enough to support your skin, consider applying or using a lotion instead. And the subtle difference is that often lotions, because of the formula, tend to have maybe more lipids, emollients, or just a few more occlusives that's going to help reduce that water loss, but still lightweight enough where it absorbs fast, feels non-greasy, and it's going to help support your skin but leaves minimal residue behind. And the first one I want to recommend, it's from CeraVe, their PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion that retails for $15. And this is just an all-star moisturizer that is, I think, suitable for all different skin types, just depends on the season. I love it that it's fragrance-free, so even ideal for those with sensitive skin. It contains the essential ceramides along with niacinamide and hyaluronic acid to help to support your skin barrier. Also, it's oil-free, fast absorbing, and non-comedogenic. So again, really ideal for those with oily, combination, and acne prone skin. So great to use for morning and evening if you have oily and combination skin. And if you have more dry skin, I actually think this would be a great formula to use in the morning under sunscreen. Another personal favorite of mine is from La Roche-Posay, their Tolerian Double Repair Facial Moisturizer that retails for $23. And I feel like this is one of the most versatile moisturizers out there that I think is really suitable for all skin types. Just again, depending on the season and when you use it. Ingredient wise, it contains La Roche-Posay's prebiotic thermal spring water, glycerin, ceramide, and niacinamide, wonderful ingredients and helping to support and repair the skin barrier, keeping the skin hydrated and moisturized. It's also really lightweight and fast absorbing. So I think my recommendation when I talk about this moisturizer is that if it's during the winter time and you have like oily combination skin, I think definitely suitable to use for sure in the evening and potentially be a great option to use in the morning. I think, again, this is more personal preference. But for me, I love using this morning and night during the summer. And this is really one of my holy grail moisturizers to use in the morning when it's really dry and cold outside. So again, you kind of just have to play around with it. But I definitely feel like this moisturizer has a place in everybody's skincare routine. Just depends on when you use it and the season. Another similarly textured one, especially if you have a lot of skin allergies or have history of allergic contact dermatitis, is from Vanicream, their facial moisturizer that retails for $15. This is again a lightweight, nourishing lotion formula that is fast absorbing, non-greasy, again contains a blend of ceramides and hyaluronic acid, and has minimal ingredients devoid of common allergens, including preservatives, dyes, and fragrances that could be triggers for contact dermatitis. It's just a really elegant moisturizer all around, but really recommended for those that have a history of sensitive skin and allergic contact dermatitis. But otherwise, texture-wise, I think it's very comparable to the La Roche-Posay Tolerian Double Facial Repair. All right, moving on to creams. I'm gonna try to start with what I think, to me at least, has the lightest formula and finish, ending with the thickest, most rich formula. Starting off with Versed, their moisture soak that retails for 18 bucks. And this is one of my favorite products from Versed. It is again very similar to the Tolerian Double Facial Repair Moisturizer in the sense it is quite versatile. It can be used by all skin types. I love that it's almost like an in-between, like rich gel cream to cream formula, but it hydrates, it nourishes, but without feeling too heavy or looking greasy. Ingredient wise, it contains squalane, hyaluronic acid, red algae extract, just a blend of wonderful ingredients that helps to nourish, hydrate the skin barrier. And for me, I love using this in the summertime as my nighttime moisturizer. In the winter, I switched up and use this as my morning moisturizer because it's again has an elegant lightweight finish, but still moisturizing and nourishing enough to keep my skin supported and hydrated during the day. And if you're oily combination skin, definitely try this out yourself, play around with it to see where it best fits. But I definitely feel like it makes a great nighttime moisturizer and potentially a good option to use in the morning as well. The next moisturizer is from Cetaphil. It's their daily smoothing moisturizer for rough and bumpy skin that retails for 21 bucks. And this is a little different from all the ones I've recommended thus far because it's definitely a bigger bottle that comes in a pump, and it's really meant to be used for face and body. Recommending this one because of the ingredient in here, which is 20% urea. And to be honest with you, urea is a great humectant and it's an underrated ingredient. Actually, on a regular basis in clinic, I prescribe urea to my patients all the time for dry, rough, bumpy skin, for keratosis pilaris, and especially helpful for like thickened, cracked feet. And it's one of those ingredients that work really well at hydrating the skin, which is what urea does, and gently exfoliating the skin without kind of that burning and stinging sensation often alpha hydroxy acids can impart. So this is just a great alternative. It's great to use on kids and adults, and especially helpful for like kids that may struggle with like keratosis pilaris on the face, who often find like an alpha hydroxy acid moisturizer to sting or to be really uncomfortable to use. This would be a great alternative. And texture wise, it's like a lightweight cream that absorbs really quickly. It spreads really easily. It's lightweight, hydrating, moisturizing, but does not leave like a greasy or heavy feel on the skin. Now, the rest of my recommendations, because of the richer formula, I do feel like it's better suited for more dry and sensitive skin. Not to say that if you have oily combination skin, you won't like them. I think definitely they could make great evening moisturizer options. The first one I want to recommend is from Vichy, their Mineral 89 moisturizer that retails for 32 bucks. I really love the fact that this is a rich and nourishing cream, but still lightweight and fast absorbing and cosmetically elegant. Ingredient wise, it contains hyaluronic acid, Vichy's mineral rich volcanic water, niacinamide, vitamin E, and squalane. It's fragrance free, so really great if you have sensitive skin and dry skin. And with the formula and the finish, it's suitable for morning and evening. It's really like my favorite, like Vichy's Mineral 89 serum, but in a moisturizing formula that is just all around so nice and lovely and elegant to use, especially if you have dry and sensitive skin for the winter time. Moving on to a super affordable option. One of my favorite lines from e.l.f. Pure Skin has wonderful cleanser, toner, and moisturizer. And I'm really highlighting their moisturizer here that retails for $12. And it's a non-comedogenic, fragrance-free, and vegan cruelty-free formula that I think is lovely if you have sensitive and dry skin. It is a rich cream that's nourishing, but again, it's pretty elegant, does not feel super heavy or greasy. Ingredient-wise, it contains oat milk that helps to nourish and soothe the skin, along with niacinamide, allantoin, and hyaluronic acid. Just all around wonderful ingredients that helps to keep your skin moisture barrier supported and hydrated. And I feel like for that price and for that formula, you just can't go wrong. If you're looking for something super ultra rich and nourishing, ideally to use in the evening, especially if you have more like mature, or what I used to describe sun damaged skin, then you have to check out CeraVe's Skin Renewing Nighttime Moisturizer for $15. This is an ultra rich moisturizer that is formulated with wonderful ingredients, really to help support dry, sensitive skin, especially those that have concerns of skin aging, like fine lines and wrinkles. And it contains hyaluronic acid, 3 essential ceramides, along with biomimetic peptides that really helps to boost skin hydration and help restore and repair the skin barrier. And with this rich formula, I love using it in the evening time, especially during the winter, and it really complements your anti-aging routine. For example, like if you're using a topical retinoid or even prescription tretinoin, all of us tend to get a little more dry and irritated during the winter when it's dry and cold outside. So this moisturizer, I feel like, makes a great complement because of the rich and nourishing formula. It really helps to reduce the irritation and dryness after retinoids will impart on our skin. The last moisturizer is from La Roche-Posay Lipocard AP Plus M that retails for $20. This moisturizer, I first mentioned it probably a couple years back when I first recommended moisturizers for like eczema and dry skin. And to this day, it's still one of the products that we use regularly in my household, especially during the winter time. I just love, number one, the formula, the cream formula that's really suitable to use in the winter, especially if you yourself or your kids and your family members struggle with dry and eczema prone skin. Two, I love the fact that it comes in a pump. It's really easy to dispense, making bath time routines, especially if you have little ones, much more doable. It's actually approved for babies 2 weeks and older, and also has the National Eczema Association seal of approval. So it's fragrance free, really ideal on eczema prone and sensitive skin. And lastly, it's just versatile in the sense you can use it on face and body. So it really helps to simplify your skincare routine. And like I said, for households, for parents that really want to simplify the routine and just really make bedtime routine manageable, easy, but making sure that your kid's skin stays hydrated and supported. And if you struggle with like eczema during the winter time, this is the moisturizer I definitely recommend checking out. So AP Plus M is a new formulation of the older Lipocard. And what is unique is that in addition to the older components of La Roche-Posay's thermal spring water, shea butter, ceramide, glycerin, and niacinamide, there is a new addition of a postbiotic ingredient. And this postbiotic ingredient is actually derived from a gram-negative bacteria that uniquely thrives only in La Roche-Posay's thermal spring water. So it doesn't contain bacteria, but just a byproduct of that bacteria, which is termed postbiotic. And we know actually from clinical studies is in the sense in eczema patients, we know that skin microbiome is often disrupted, and there is actually a skew towards having more Staph aureus bacteria that tends to overgrow. We definitely see that this overgrowth kind of correlates with when eczema flares. And then part of treating eczema as dermatologists, we may actually prescribe therapies and medications to reduce that bacteria burden. And that's often where like bleach bath or dilute bleach bath comes in. Now, what they've shown is that this moisturizer helps to rebalance the skin microbiome. And we do think in part it has to do with the benefits of this gram-negative bacteria, the role that it plays in helping to rebalance the skin microbiome. So that is really fascinating, which is why I actually do feel Lipocard AP, this whole line, does really make a difference for those that struggle with eczema because of the formula and the clinical studies have shown to help balance the skin microbiome, especially in the setting of eczema-prone skin and eczema flares. And that's really the reason we use it in my household, because I have eczema myself. My kids have my genes. They also struggle with eczema, especially during the winter here. But aside from that, I love the rich, creamy texture, but still pretty fast absorbing. You know, it definitely makes your skin feel nourished, but it doesn't feel like slippery or greasy. It's just all around like a lovely moisturizer to have in the winter if you live in somewhere that's super dry and cold and have dry and eczema prone skin. Highly, highly recommend it. Alright guys, so that is my recommended drugstore moisturizers for different skin types under $35. So I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you're using any of these already. If not, I want to know what you're using, so please leave that in the comments below. As always, I welcome any suggestions for future video ideas and topics. And you can find me on other social media platforms where I always am constantly sharing skin and hair care tips. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.